What's happening? Okay, so I'm trying this thing. Boy, look at how different the light is. I wish you could see it. If you're on Google Plus, you'll see the different light. What's happening? Yeah, so I did this. Hey, what's up? Wow, woman. So I had to actually go and tone down some of the makeup. So I went to Mac Counter today and let them play on my face, basically. Face beat, eye beat, lip beat. Hey, Kelly. So I was thinking about doing an update on what's happening with the SMTULSA conference because there's something really cool that's going to happen. We're going to actually have something before the conference. They call that pre-conference stuff. But anyway. Oh my God, Jeanette, you missed an awesome meetup last night. That wine was delicious. We'll have to do it again. So I'm actually trying to do a live hangout and a Periscope at the same time. Hey, Susan Ray. All right, let's see. It's not letting me. It's not letting me do it. Anyway, so how's everybody doing? While I'm sitting here trying to figure out how to do a Google Plus hangout and a Periscope at the same time. So it's so okay. There goes that. So I know this is kind of distorted. So I'm trying to. So my phone is kind of leaning up against my laptop screen. So, hey, Soshi. Yeah, so yeah, the phone's leaning up against the laptop screen. I'm trying to figure out the which Google Plus account I'm logged into to try to do this hangout. So let's see. Let's see if we can make it work. It's telling me error, error, error. Okay, so Periscope wins today, I guess. Anyway, so okay, so I'll tell you, and then you go tell everybody else. How about that? So, so we're having a conference before SM Tulsa in March. We're gonna have a specific, I think it's 3 hours session on how to become a professional speaker. Right. So a lot of people in social media Tulsa want to make that part of their income stream and just part of their next step of what they're doing with their careers and their expertise. So Becky's actually going to come in, Becky McCrae, for those of you who don't know who I'm talking about, is going to come in a day early. And we'll have one other of our speakers join a panel. I'm not real sure who it is yet, but well, I am sure who it is, but I'm going to keep that a secret as long as I can. She does rock, doesn't she? So Becky actually mentioned this to me after last year's. Yeah, it's kind of like boot camp for speakers. Oh, I know, Susan. It's kind of weird. I don't know what. It's raining, right, in Tulsa. I don't know if that's affecting your Wi-Fi, but hopefully it won't. I'm not able to get on the Google Plus Hangout at all, so I might have to just do one of those later. But I got to take advantage of having my face made up, right? Get in front of the camera. Cheryl has makeup on. But anyway, so we're going to do a half day. It'll include lunch. So about 3 hours. And so we'll do a partially about, setting up your website, your landing page, what you need to have from as basic as, a professional headshot, pictures of you actually speaking. Because that's one of the things I always look for speakers coming to SM Tulsa and other things that I might be presenting for. I'd like to see people in action, right? Having pictures of them, or video, even better, of them doing the thing that they say that they do, right? If you say you're a speaker that really is interactive, I want to see pictures of you with the audience. So Becky's going to talk about kind of setting all of that stuff up, getting your purpose, like why are you wanting to become a speaker and what's your message. A lot of the proposals that I've gotten in over the past few weeks have been, well, I can speak on this, I can speak on this, I can speak on this, which is great. But I, as the person doing the organizing, I need you to, focus in on what you're best at, and then if we need to change that to fit our audience or to fit because analytics is huge. For example, this year people really are wanting to have more info on analytics. So if you're the Twitter expert, tell me you want to teach people about Twitter, and then we can throw in analytics and dashboards and how to measure Twitter return on investment and all that good stuff too. So anyway, so I'm finding that a lot of people who are speaking aren't focusing enough, and I'm probably one of those people too. So it'll include that, and so we can kind of hone in on our purpose. What is it that we're wanting to talk about and why we want to share, and then finally we'll have a roundtable with Becky, I think myself, and this one other, yes. So, not only we're kind of doing a D League for for speakers, right? Because we've been doing that anyway. People kind of get their chops coming and speaking at SMTULSA conference, and some people are really shy the first time, and then the next time they are, knocking it out of the park and then speaking somewhere else. So, if we're going to be the D League, we may as well work on that. So, and those of you who don't follow NBA are not going to get what I just said, but it's kind of a proving ground, and we want to make sure if we're going to send people out from the social media Tulsa community to speak at other events, and even just speaking locally at your church or your Chamber of Commerce or some of the other things that pop up locally that need speakers, and we may as well help you become the best at that as you can. So we'll have kind of the business of speaking, landing pages, websites, all of the stuff that you need from a beginner, and this is really an entry-level beginner speaker, people who have been speaking and have kind of their set ways. You don't necessarily need to come to this session, and you don't need to come to it if you want to speak at our conference, but it is something that we'll welcome. So, and it's not a prerequisite, but and you don't have to come to the conference to come to the speaker deal, right? So you can just register for that. It's going to be a lot less money for the 3 hours, but I'll have that. I just got Becky's description and outline today, and I could not wait to tell people about it because it's kind of awesome. So just look at smtulsa.com and be on the lookout for the Ready to Get Your Speak On pre-conference session with Becky McCrae. I'll be part of the fireside chats kind of afterwards, and really talking about the kinds of things I'm looking for from speakers, and what kind of maybe some speaking techniques. I don't know that we can all speak to techniques because we want you to be yourself, but we'll have some really good tips, and then one other person on the panel who does a lot of speaking around in different conferences will join us, and we'll just chat. We'll just have kind of an open talk for people who, are really ready to get into that next step, and hopefully you won't be too shy to do it. So anyway, so that's the big news. I hope that was cool. I hope you're interested. It's going to be really affordable too. I like that fact. Thanks for the hearts. I don't want to say cheap because there is no such thing, right? When you're in the struggle, even the free deal is costly, but this is going to be valuable. This is going to be value and help you get to some other things, right? Because there's so much stuff happening that you have knowledge, we all have knowledge to share. Yay! So I'll probably have it on the website. I just need to take Becky's outline and get it into. I think I'll just probably add it to the registration website for the conference and just make it a pre-conference. So it'll be a separate thing that you can order, and you can order just the conference or just the pre-conference thing, right? So, and then we'll have lunch. So that's really going to be our biggest decision is what are we going to eat? Thank you. I think it's a good idea too, although I didn't think it was a good idea last year right after the conference. Because I was thinking, I don't have the bandwidth to think about another conference within this conference, but it just kept coming to mind. It kept, I tell people the universe just kept putting it on my mind. So I was out walking the other day and it came to me again, and I said, "All right, Becky, let's figure out how to do this thing, because apparently it's meant to be." So, and I don't like saying no. Yeah, it really is a need. I know. Yeah. So I mean, because we've even seen people get better at speaking, and you have to kind of. We talked about the styles and voice inflections and all that kind of stuff. But really, that's the kind of stuff. Becky said I learned that back in maybe high school or college. And I don't know that individually speakers tap into that now, but I think it's more important that you tap into what makes you unique, right? So we'll talk some more about that in the roundtable. I got fireside is going to be March, so I don't know that we're going to need a fire. Although it was cold last March, wasn't it? He had to put the heaters on it for the food truck thing, but. Okay, so that'll be it for me. That was the big news. I'm going to go try to figure out why Google Plus Hangout is not letting me do it. But, so you have the scoop. All right? See you guys. Ooh, almost knocked my phone over. See you, man. Saturday, tomorrow. Oh, no, I won't be at Zumba tomorrow. Have people coming. Thanks. Sorry. Boy, that's extreme.